As the clock keeps ticking, there is a pot of human gold at the finish. Roy Riley made it. And from the dark emerges Joe Bastianich. The restaurateur and wine connoisseur will tell you this was a vintage day. Racing at a slower pace but finishing nonetheless, IndyCar's Tony Kanaan. She was once over 300 pounds, but now Tara Costa is an Ironman. And none of us know how many Christmases they will share, but Terry Grieg and her family will have this day forever. The sacrifices made to get here are as different as all of their stories. In town, they are greeted by a warm embrace of cheers, as loud as the champions heard. Maybe at night, it's even louder, for these are the everyman the fans can relate to and be inspired by. Monday, Kathleen Allen will be back to being a full-time mom. And she goes back as an Ironman. And Kathleen, the kids need breakfast. It's not easy getting into this club. But when you do, you're a member for life.
The Ironman around midnight. That's when we welcome in the last races, and to go down there after our big race and to see those people finishing and just so happy to be at the finish line and to have accomplished this. It's humbling and it's cool to see.
It's one of the Ironman's great traditions. This is happening for Katie Rosane. How many thought she was crazy to even try? Now they can all see the light. Lou Hollander is an inspirational speaker, and he is an inspirational doer. With only 2.5 minutes to spare, Scott Johnson beats the midnight cutoff. Maybe it's what the man on the scooter said. his family waiting for him at the line. Then Joel Yu made it to the finish. Everybody clapped. He looks bruised, they might think. Joel would tell them they have no idea. Nighttime on Ali'i Drive is pure magic. This is when they realize there doesn't have to be limits. For months and maybe years, this was their goal, and now they live it and cherish it forever. Randy Wrighthouse, from couch potato to extraordinary.
The one thing that I remember most that somebody told me was the original founder, one of the 15 guys that did this race, was John Collins. He said, you know, somebody asked me, Mike, what is the Ironman? And I told him it's a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike ride, and a marathon, and a chance to brag for the rest of your life.
They have been in constant motion since dawn. But it all matters not to Elizabeth Thompson. Try and imagine what this would feel like when once you could not walk because of a stroke. Tick, tick, tick. Midnight comes and midnight goes with the last finisher. But Linda Page still got to the line. Thousands remaining and screaming that to them, she's still an Ironman. Remember 79-year-old Lou Hollander? He made it to 20 straight. Lou, see you next year.
There is no shortcut to even getting on the start line at the Ironman World Championships, let alone crossing that finish line. It takes a huge amount of hard work, of dedication, of discipline, and of sacrifice. But in my opinion, it's more than worth it, especially when you can cross the line as world champion.